Hey guys, what's up? It's finally here. The moment everybody's been waiting for. My review on Naruto Road to Ninja, the movie. Or if you want to go up with the trailer spot, it's Road to Ninja, Naruto the movie. Or, put in simple terms, Naruto Shippuden Movie 6. And, yeah, let's get started. Before I do, I know I don't normally do anime reviews on this particular account or anything anime related on this account, and that stuff is normally applied to my main channel, Still Manga, which is my anime and manga channel where I mostly do my stuff regarding the anime topic and manga topics. But I also have done like my DVD reviews on here because I feel like it's good to discuss about the things because there's stuff behind the background, what the director did, what the writers did, like the voice actors, how the scenes play out and all that stuff. And I thought, yeah, like the DVD reviews have a purpose. And then I'm like, wait a minute, because I saw this movie and I was like, no, this is a movie that's big, and it can't just be something on my anime account. So I thought, no, this is going to be a movie review that's going to be on this account, my filmmaking account, because it's a movie regardless. Yeah, it's an anime movie, but it has stuff that's important. So let's get started with the story itself. Now we have to remember it's not a DVD review. I'm actually talking about the actual story for once. Pretty much Naruto and Sakura get trapped in this Genjutsu world by Toby, and they come around and interact with their friends with different personalities. Now, I don't need to go into detail and explain because I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the movie already. But they have different character personalities, and this is a key plot point, like a key plot point. Naruto's parents, Minato and Kushina, they're still alive. However, Sakura's parents are not. Pretty much what happens is that, like, in the Genjutsu world, Sakura's dad became the Hokage, and her parents died protecting the village. And Naruto's dad never became the fourth Hokage. Hence his mom and his dad are still alive, which was actually really good, and I like the way how it played out because the whole movie was around Naruto and Sakura's character development on like how Sakura would be like it's pretty much like Naruto's interaction with his parents if they hadn't been killed, which was good, and because I always wondered how it would be if Naruto's parents were never dead, and if they had played out like still being alive, and how it would work out in Naruto's world, and I was like, wow, like at moments I even kind of felt like crying, dude, because like some of these moments were like tear dropping, and it's like just wow, and even see the big problem with Shippuden anyway, because part one, Sakura gets her development. She does. Part two, Sakura gets her development, and I mean she still does, but it's like very little. You get the big development like in the beginning of Shippuden, and after like the whole fight with Sasori, you don't really get it that much. Like you get like small, tiny chunks of it here and there, but for the most part, like this movie really shoots up her character development, like up on the spot, and I was like, Kishimoto, good job, because I'm pretty sure most people know by now, but Kishimoto's the one who wrote the movie, and I was like, thank you, Kishi, you finally gave one of my favorite characters some character development after like the beginning of Shippuden. Well, actually, you know what? Screw it. You guys know how much of a soccer fan I am, so I can't go around hating on her. But you know, still, that's besides the point. Let's keep on going with the review itself. Naruto's interaction with his parents. At first, he doesn't believe, he considers them fakes, and then it all comes down to Cap getting this red moon scroll that Jiraiya had kept hidden for Minato to retrieve because Jiraiya is dead in this universe, which again came to me as a bit of a surprise. That I was like, oh, because I'd wondered if Jiraiya was gonna be alive, but apparently, that got answered quickly. So that happened, and they come across the toads, the big frogs, who Jiraiya said to protect the scrolls. from intruders and such. And Minato's like, hey, we need to get the scroll that you're that Master Shirai kept because we're the Konoha ninja. And then the Toads are like, oh, we don't know. We were just told to protect. And this whole big epic, this big fight sequence happens, and I was like, well, it's not a big fight sequence, but it was nice to see some of the action sequences happen. And when it comes down to Naruto's mom getting hit by one of the frogs' sledge, pretty much like like she gets hit, she falls to the ground, Minato saves her, and Naruto kind of starts to lower his guard down because it's like, because that's his. I mean, regardless, that's not his real mother, but it's still his mom. It's just another Genjutsu reality. So he kind of starts to suck it in a little bit, and like after he gets the hug, and after he gets scolded by his dad, like he's starting to realize, like, wow, like he's starting to accept some of the stuff that's going on because he never because you have to remember, like, his parents aren't around, so him getting that stuff actually felt good to him. I mean, he may not have regretted it at first, like, what by not regretting I mean like not like not accept that, oh, these are just fakes, but what past this point he kind of starts accepting, like, yeah, I might want to stay here a little bit longer. And then we get to Stalker. Like, at first Stalker's like, oh my god, I don't have my parents around. It feels so good to not have parents and I'm all by myself. And, past this point, this kind of starts to affect her because she's also kind of starting to realize, like, the loneliness Naruto went through because he never had any parents. Which was nice, and I like the way how that played out because I was like, that it kind of gives her a better understanding of Naruto. Because yeah, she had an understanding of him, but this helps her think more. Not think, but it kind of helps her kind of worry more about Naruto, and it kind of accept him more. Because I feel like Sakura, like yeah, they're best friends and all, but I feel like she can accept him more and understand the pain that he's going through now because he never has his parents around, so that's another big plus point. And then when we get the villain, oh my god, the villain comes into Konoha, attacks, but this guy does it worse than, well, actually no, it's not worse than Pain, but it's somewhere around the level that Pain did. But he comes in, causes shit, and attacks the village, like I mentioned before. He after the Red Scroll, the Red Moon Squirrel, and Naruto, Sakura, Minato, Kushina, Guy, and Kakashi, they make sure that he doesn't get through. Sakura gets captured, which is surprising, because I sense some Narusaku moments tingling, and let me be honest with you, Narusaku moments, like, there are, like, a ton in this movie, like, and, me being a Narusaku fan, you can obviously tell, it kind of led me to smile, but I'll get to more of that stuff, like, at the end of the video. So, right now, she gets captured, Naruto has to, like, he doesn't want this villain to go through with his plan and with the Red Scroll, and and his parents are like, no, we don't want you to get hurt, and it would be painful to watch you die. And then he looks at the bag that Sakura had, because she was holding a bag, like, when the masked man destroyed the village. And I'm not talking about Toby. This is like another masked man. So he looks inside. It's his father's coat, and he wears it. And he's like, you know what? It's always the job of the child to surpass the kids. Well, the child to surpass the parents. There we go. I mean, I know the subs had a different line, but that's the best interpretation how I can give it. And pretty much what happens is, like, he goes after the masked man, and they have this big epic fight. And might I say, this whole stuff, when the fight plays out, it's almost in the same fashion as how Minato and Toby fought. With Kushina being, because Sakura's being chained in the same fashion as Kushina was, and I was just like, oh, geez, like, I was already thinking this movie was going to be really, really good, but past this point, I was like, the factor of this. Okay, I'm not even thinking about nostalgia, but I was just like, wow, this just brings back memories, and it was shocking just to see how it all played out. And like when it came to the ending point, I'm not gonna reveal everything up to this point, but Naruto teams up with the QB, and and the masked man turns out to be Menma, who is Naruto, but really evil, and who's controlled by Toby, which didn't come as too big of a surprise. Actually, it didn't come too big of as a surprise to me, but I still accepted the movie for what it was, and Naruto and Sakura get back to their world after they defeat Menma, and after Naruto defeats Toby, who possesses Menma. And I must say, the QB interactions with the QB interacting with Naruto, Kurama and Naruto, just team, just team right there. And they get help from the Akatsuki too. I'm just gonna say that right now. The Akatsuki helped them out, and they were apparently the good guys. So that was just a shock right there. And Naruto defeats Menma. He turns back. He turns good because his hair starts to turn back into blonde. And Naruto and Sakura leave to go back to their world. And pretty much they it's life back to the way it was. Sakura reunites with her parents. Naruto goes back to his apartment. He finds Iruka Sensei there, who apologizes to him because he and Naruto were having like this argument over recommending him to become a Jonin, and you'll understand it more when you watch the movie itself. But it was like a very, very touching movie because it had that message of like important things in life, like yeah, you'll have your friends and they'll always be there, but well, and and they'll always give you your back, but you have to remember, like the important thing in life is always family, because if when you think about it, your friends and stuff, like yeah, you hang out with them, you have fun, you joke around, that I understand, but what this movie presented was, it's not about the friends, it's about family and what makes family important. That's what I really got out of this movie. So, Kishimoto, I really like the message you gave out in Naruto Shippuden, the movie Road to Ninja, and the moments with Narusaku. Let me just get to that point right now. There are several Narusaku moments in this movie, which I think every Narusaku fan is going to accept this movie to the bottom of their heart. That's what I'm going to think, because me, as a Narusaku fan, I that's how I am right now. Like I accept this movie down to the bottom of my heart, but not that. Like I mentioned before, it's not just all because of the Narusaku moments. It's also because of the message that Kishi gave out throughout this movie, and that's what made it really, really good. Now, if you're the kind of movie who likes all the action and who's like the big action entertainer kind of person, then this movie, like, you're gonna be kind of disappointed because you don't really get that until like the second half of the movie. That's all I'm gonna say. You're not gonna get that until like the second half of the movie itself. And now, where would I rate this in comparison to the other Naruto movies? Because you had, the Land of Snow movie, the Stone of Galel, and then you had I keep forgetting the Crescent Moon Kingdom, and then you had Shippuden One, Bonds, and Heirs of the Will of Fire, and then you have Lost Tower and then Blood Prison. If you guys remember my list originally, I said that Inheritance of the Will of Fire was my first, and then Blood Prison would be my second, and then Land of Snow would be my fourth or third. Yeah. So yeah, as you can tell, like the Naruto movies I have. Well, and Bonds would be number five because, like, yeah, I didn't like Bonds that much, but I kind of liked it because of the like just fanboyism for me. For that one right there, that was just because of, I don't know. It was interesting to see how that one played out. But if I have to put this anywhere in the top five, Bonds goes down into the worst. At this point, I'm just like, no. Bonds doesn't deserve to be on the top five list. And if you're wondering, like, wait, so Road to Ninja's After all the good talk you gave, it's gonna be fifth place. No, I haven't even said it finished it out yet. Road to Ninja, top of the list. It's my number one favorite Naruto movie that I've seen in a long time since Inheritance of the Will of Fire. Now, my overall rating for the movie has to be a 9.5 out of 10. Really good movie. Loved it. Was emotional. It was comical. It was tad bit of romance here and there, which was cool between Naruto and Sakura, just a little bit. So that was interesting. And the characters, the reverse personalities were cool. But overall, the theme of the movie is really the highlight of Road to Ninja itself. So, I mean, yeah, there's not much more I can discuss about Naruto Shippuden the movie Road to Ninja. That's my review right there. Comment below, let me know, were you satisfied with Naruto the movie Road to Ninja? Did you have any particular gripes, or were you not satisfied with the movie? And if you weren't, just, let them loose. Like, let your comments down below, and I'll read them, and because I really want to know what you guys thought about the movie. And, I mean, yeah, other than that, just thumbs up for the message Kishimoto sent in Naruto the movie Road to Ninja. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you want to subscribe to my anime and manga account, I'll leave the link up right here. But if you wanna subscribe to my channel for film purposes only, like my short films or doing movie reviews or movie updates or that matter, just subscribe to this channel, Shark Productions. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm Shark Productions and Still Manga, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.